What's up, good people? Today I'm going to talk about a very, very essential topic that relates to a big chunk of the people in our communities, in our surroundings, in our population, in our countries, and in the world in general. And that thing is called divorce. That what's the biggest cause of a divorce? Why do the couples end up divorcing each other? What are the topmost causes of divorces in any society or in one of the societies that I am living in? And the biggest thing is lack of commitment. Look at that percentage. 73% of the people divorce because there's lack of commitment. You have to show the commitment in order to avoid this bad thing called divorce. Or another big cause is too much argument. 56% of the times, divorce is caused by too much argument. So, if you are looking for a couple, if you are trying to form a good couple, make sure you form a couple that doesn't argue too much because you are putting yourself into a risk of getting a 56% chance of divorce. Or infidelity. Infidelity is like cheating on your spouse or not having a good connection in different aspects, including, sexual relationship and the trust relationship and things like that. And married too young. If you are getting married at a younger age, you are predisposing yourself to a big thing called divorce. And that's like 46% of the divorces are because that the people are too young when they're getting married. So don't get married at the age of 15 or so. I mean, I'm not talking about a law thing, but the younger you are, the more the chances are there for you to take immature decision and find out somebody who is not a best partner for you. But it's not 100%, still 46%. I'm just conveying the statistics here. It's not my personal opinion. Another thing is unrealistic expectations. If you're having unrealistic expectations from the spouse, then you are putting yourself at a risk of 45% of the divorce. Lack of equality in the relationship also leads to 44% chances of divorce. Lack of preparation for marriage. Can you believe that some people can't even get, divorced because they were not prepared? They were not mentally prepared to get married. You have to be mentally prepared for this kind of a long term relationship called marriage. Otherwise, things happen that lead into this thing called divorce. Domestic violence is like 25%. So these are the biggest causes of a divorce. And one of them here is domestic violence. Avoid the instances of domestic violence if you want to avoid the divorce. And lack of intimacy is also very, very big pivoting factor that some of the people who get divorced are those who don't have a romantic relationship anymore with each other, and they are unable to grow a long-term relationship because intimacy is one of the prerequisites to form a good relationship between you and your spouse. Communication is the key. If you are unable to communicate between each other in a good healthy environment, and instead you are just arguing and arguing and arguing, then you're leading into a second biggest cause of divorce with it, which is 56% of the causes of the divorce are related to too much argument, which is because of lack of communication. You're not able to communicate what you are trying to imply or what you mean. The thing you said could have been interpreted very, very wrongly, and that's what led to the divorce. And that's the miscommunication. And that's why it's number three here. Money is another big factor, and this relates to other things like domestic violence, lack of preparation, lack of equality between the couples, unrealistic expectations. So these things do matter, and they end up into a bigger thing, and that's what we call the wars. That you don't want to have that kind of ending to your relationship. You know, Another big thing, so top one of the top five things is addiction. People have addictions to alcohol, people have addictions to marijuana, people have addictions to cocaine, and so on and so forth. There are so many addictions, including smoking. Cigarette could be a really bad addiction that leads to a bad connection between you and your spouse, because you might be smelling really bad, and that could be from alcohol, marijuana, cigarette, cocaine, or any other thing. You are unable to control yourself, you are unable to communicate properly, you are unable to express yourself, you are unable to have a good intimate relationship, you are unable to be productive in your life from all the aspects, including physical, financial, and so on and so forth. And all those things build up into a bad connection between you and your spouse, and then you can end up with divorce. The purpose of this video is to educate the people and spread the awareness that please focus on these few tips that you need to incorporate into your lifestyle, into your healthy lifestyle, so that you don't end up into a very unhealthy thing called divorce. Please like, subscribe, and share to my channel. And thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye bye.